Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the expressions of single phase half wave uncontrolled rectifier with purely resistive load. Okay, so in the last video we have discussed about the waveforms. Okay, now we are going to derive the expressions of these waveforms. If you check, the rectifier is the circuitry where output is a DC. Okay, in the DC the effective value is average value, right? So effective value is the average value. In the AC the effective value is RMS value. Okay, so in this circuit we are going to derive the expressions for V0 average, that is average value of output voltage, I0 average, average value of output current, that is a load current, V0 RMS, I0 RMS, load power, after that conduction time of diode, peak inverse voltage rating of diode, and input power factor. Are you getting the point? Okay, so these are the terms we are going to derive. Okay, so let us derive one by one. So first, average load voltage, average load voltage. Yes, so V0 average. V0 average. So if you check the V0 waveform, right? Whatever the waveform from 0 to 2 pi we are having, the same waveform is repeating from 2 pi to 4 pi, 4 pi to 6 pi, and so on. Okay. So can we say that the periodic angle of this waveform is a 2 pi, right? Periodic angle is 2 pi. Are you getting the point? Okay. Next, how to find the average of this waveform? It is a periodic waveform, right? So what is the, how to find the average of the one period? How? Yes, suppose we are having the 10 numbers 1 to 10. Generally, how we take the average? We add the numbers and again divided with the total number count. Okay. So similarly, but it was possible addition of the numbers. It is possible to add the numbers in the case of the discrete samples. But here we are having the continuous waveform, right? So here from 0 to pi we are having the infinite samples. Is it possible to add the infinite samples one by one manually? Not possible. Okay. So for this we are going to take the help of mathematical operator, that is the integrator. Okay. Integrator, what the integrator is doing? Integrator is integrating it. Integrator is adding the values. Okay. So we are integrate the V0 over 0 to pi. Okay. Specifically we are going to add over integrate over 0 to 2 pi, but 0 to 2 pi is divided as 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi. Okay, but pi to 2 pi the V0 is 0. So if you take the addition of these zeros infinite times, it will be 0 only. Okay, so the effective interval will be only from 0 to pi. And again we need to divide it with, yes, what is the period? That is a 2 pi. Are you getting the point? Okay, so V0 average, please try to understand. V0 average is equal to what? 1 by 2 pi. Yes, integration from 0 to 2 pi. V0 into d omega t. Right, means we need to add the V0 values over 0 to 2 pi and again divide it with the periodic angle, that is a 2 pi. So we can write it as a 1 by 2 pi. Yes, 0 to 2 pi can be divided as 0 to pi. Yes, it is a V0 into d omega t plus integration from pi to 2 pi. It is a V0 into d omega t. Right. So further if you check, right, why I have divided the 0 to 2 pi interval over 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi, because the V0 values are different. Okay, for 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi. So here it is a 1 by 2 pi. We can write it as a 0 to pi. What is the V0 over 0 to pi? Yes, if you check V0 over 0 to pi, it is same as that of the supply voltage. Okay, so we can write V0 is equal to Vm into sine of omega t into d omega t plus integration from pi to 2 pi. What is V0 from pi to 2 pi? From pi to 2 pi, V0 is 0. So it is a 0 into d omega t. Are you getting the point? Okay, so further we can write it as, yes, 1 by 2 pi into, yes, this Vm is constant. So can we take it outside? Yes, so it is a Vm. That is the maximum value of the supply voltage, right? Next, Vm means what? The maximum value of the supply voltage. This indicates the Vm, peak value of the supply voltage, right? So next, integration of sine of omega t, it is a minus cos of omega t, right? Minus cos of omega t. Limit 0 to pi. Okay, limit is 0 to pi. Okay, plus, okay, plus what is the integration of 0? It is a 0, right? So directly it is a 0 only. Okay, so next, can we put the limits? Yes, we can put the limit, and after putting the limit we can write it as v0 average is equal to what? 1 by 2 pi, or we can write it as a vm by 2 pi into, yes, if we put the limit, it is like minus cos of pi plus cos 0. Okay, so minus cos pi plus cos 0, minus cos of pi plus cos of 0. What is the cos of pi? It is a minus 1, so minus of minus 1, it is a 1, plus cos 1 is 1, so it is a 2, so it will be 2 vm by 2 pi. So it is like 2 will get cancelled, so it is a vm by pi, right? This is a v0 average. Are you getting the point? v0 average is equal to vm by pi, right? Vm by pi. Is this clear? Yes, any doubt, any difficulty? Okay, so it is minus of cos of pi. Cos pi is minus 1, so it is a minus of minus 1, so it is a 1 plus 1, so it is a 2. Okay, so vm by pi. What is I0 average? I0 average is equal to v0 average by r, right? So is equal to vm by pi r, right? This is a I0 average, which is equal to vm by pi r, right? Okay, next, after this we are going to derive the expression for v0 rms, right? Rms value of output voltage, or rms load voltage we can say. Yes, v0 rms load voltage. Yes, v0 rms. Yes, RMS stands for root mean square, right? RMS stands for root mean square. It is like a root means square root. Mean means average squared, right? So it is a square root of mean of squared value. RMS is nothing but square root of mean of squared value. Okay, so we need to put this term into square root. Okay, RMS, root means square. Okay, square root of mean of squared values. So first of all we need to take the mean, that is the average of squared values. We need to take the average of the squared values. Okay, and after that we need to put this average in the square root, that is nothing but the RMS, square root of mean of squared values. Okay, in the v0 average we derived the expression for average of the instantaneous values, but now we need to square the instantaneous values, and after that we need to take the average, and after that we need to put it in the square root. Okay, that is nothing but the root mean square. Okay, so square root of mean of squared values. Okay, so v0 rms is equal to, yes, here again v0 we are having the periodic angle is 2 pi, so it is a 1 by 2 pi. Integration from 0 to 2 pi actually, but pi to 2 pi it is a 0, right? So I am taking it as only 0 to pi. Yes, we need to square the instantaneous values, so instantaneous value square, so it is a v0 square, v0 square, or let us write it as a 0 to 2 pi v0 square into d omega t to the power 1 by 2 square root of mean of squared values. If you check the difference between v0 average and v0 rms, here in the v0 average we have added only v0 d omega t, but now it is a v0 square, so it is a, we are squaring it, we are taking the mean of the squared values and we are putting it into the under root. Okay, next, so we can write it as is equal to 1 by 2 pi. Yes, 0 to 2 pi can be divided as integration from 0 to pi v0 square d omega t plus integration from pi to 2 pi v0 square d omega t, right, to the power 1 by 2, right? So further, pi to 2 pi v0 is 0. Okay, so can we write it as is equal to 0 directly? Yes, so we can write it as 1 by 2 pi into, yes, integration from 0 to pi. What is the V0? During 0 to pi, it is a Vm sin omega t. So what is the square? Vm square into sine square of omega t into d omega t, right? To the power 1 by 2. Are you getting the point? Okay. So further, can we write it as, can we take Vm square common? Yes, I am taking it outside of the square root. Okay. So it will be like Vm upon this term is so outside of the square root. So it is a Vm upon root 2 pi. Okay. Into, yes, integration of sine square of omega t. How to simplify it? Yes, we need to replace sine square of omega t with 1 minus cos of 2 omega t divided by 2 into d omega t to the power 1 by 2. Are you getting the point? Okay. So further, can we take this 2 common outside of the square root? Yes. So it will become root 2. So this root 2, this root 2, it will become 2. Okay. So we can write it as V0 RMS is equal to Vm upon 2 root pi into, yes, integration of 1 is omega t minus integration of cos of 2 omega t. It is a sine of 2 omega t divided by 2, right? So it is a sine of, I am writing here 2 omega t divided by 2. Yes, and the limit is 0 to pi. 0 to pi. Okay, so further, can we put the limit? Yes, is equal to Vm upon 2 root pi into, yes, it is a pi minus 0. So it is a pi minus, yes, sine of 2 pi by 2. Sine 2 pi is 0, right? And sine of 2 into 0, sine 0 is 0. So can we write it as 0? One more thing, this should be in the under root. Okay, this should be in the 1 by to the power 1 by 2. Are you getting the point? Right? Because here we are in the to the power 1 by 2. Okay, so to the power 1 by 2. Okay, so if you check pi minus 0, that is a pi. Pi to the power 1 by 2, it is a root pi. So this root pi and this root pi will get cancelled. Okay, so is equal to Vm by 2. This is what V0 RMS. V0 RMS is equal to Vm by 2. Are you getting the point? Right? Next, I0 RMS. I0 RMS is equal to what? V0 RMS upon R. So is equal to Vm by 2R. Vm by 2R. Are you getting the point? Okay. Vm by 2 and Vm by 2R. Okay. This is about the I0 RMS. Next, let us derive the expression of load power. Load power. Load power is nothing but power consumed by the load. Okay. But if you check the rectifier, in the rectifier, the output is AC or DC? Output is a DC, right? And as I said, in the DC, the effective value is average value. Okay, so load power is nothing but load power, or it is also known as the output power, is nothing but P0 average. Be careful, it is a P0 average only because load is connected at the output side. Okay, and the output is a DC. In the DC, the effective value is average value, so that's why we need to find the P0 average. Okay, so how to find the P0 average, right? P0 means what? V0 into I0, right? P0 is the V0 into I0. Okay, so if we take the product of these two waveforms, V0 and I0, yes, so it will be like from 0 to pi we will be getting the non-zero value, from pi to 2 pi we will be getting the zero value, right? And from 2 pi to 3 pi again the same goes on repeating. Okay, so what is the periodic angle for the P0? It is a 2 pi only. Okay, so P0 average is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from 0 to 2 pi. Yes, it is a P0 into d omega t, right? So further, can we write it as 1 by 2 pi? Yes, it is integration from 0 to pi. What is a P0 from 0 to pi? It is a V0 into I0 into d omega t plus integration from pi to 2 pi. Yes, from pi to 2 pi, what is P0? It is a 0 into d omega t, right? So can we say that this term will become 0, right? Okay, so from this we can write it as is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from 0 to pi. Okay, what is the V0 during 0 to pi? Check the previous video. V0 during 0 to pi. During 0 to pi, diode is in the on state. So what is the V0? V0 is same as that of the supply voltage. So it is equal to Vm into sine of omega t, right? So it is Vm into sine of omega t into what is the I0? If you check the circuit operation from 0 to pi, yes, I0 is V0 by R. It is a Vs by R, right? So therefore Vm into sine of omega t divided by R. Are you getting the point? Into d omega t. Next, can we simplify it? Yes, we can simplify it. Is equal to Vm into Vm square and divided by R. So can we take Vm square by R common? Yes, so it is a Vm square divided by 2 pi R, right? Vm square divided by 2 pi R into, yes, integration from 0 to pi. It is a sine square of omega t. Are you getting the point? Okay. Next, can we simplify it? Yes. Yes, we can simplify it. Sin square of omega t can be replaced with 1 minus cos of 2 omega t. Okay. Yes, sin square of omega t can be replaced with 1 minus cos of 2 omega t. So P0 average is equal to Vm square upon 2 pi R into what? Integration from 0 to pi. 1 minus cos of 2 omega t divided by 2 into d omega t, right? Now how to simplify it? Can we take these two outside? Yes, it is a Vm square divided by 4 pi R into integration of 1, it is a omega t, minus integration of cos of 2 omega t, it is a sine of 2 omega t by 2, sine of 2 omega t by 2. Are you getting the point? Right? So it is sine of 2 omega t by 2. Limit 0 to pi. 0 to pi. Right? Are you getting the point? Okay. So omega t minus sine of 2 omega t by 2. Okay. So further we can write it as Vm square divided by 4 pi r into, yes, pi minus 0, that is a pi, minus what? If we put the limit sine of 2 pi by 2, it is a 0. Sine of 2 into 0 by 2, it is a 0. Okay. So minus 0. Right? So this pi will get cancelled. So is equal to Vm square divided by 4 into r. Okay. This is a P0 average. So further can we write it as is equal to Vm by 2 into Vm by 2r, right? Vm by 2 into Vm by 2r. Okay. So what is the Vm by 2? It is a V0 RMS. What is the Vm by 2r? It is a I0 RMS. So we can write it as a V0 RMS into I0 RMS. Is this clear? So in the left hand side we are having the average term, but in the right hand side we are having the RMS term. Is this clear to all? Right? So P0 average is equal to V0 RMS into I0 RMS, or further we can write it as P0 average is equal to V0 RMS square by R, or P0 average is equal to I0 RMS square into R. Are you getting the point? Okay. So this is about the P0 average, that is the average load power. Okay. Next, after this, let us derive or let us find the conduction time of diode. Conduction time of diode. So if you check the circuit operation, you will understand for how much time the diode will be in the on state. Conduction time of diode D. Okay. Conduction time of diode means what? The time for which the diode will be in the on state. Okay. So if you check from 0 to pi, the diode will be in the on state. Okay. So what is the conduction angle of diode? It is a pi only. Conduction angle is pi. So what is the conduction time? So if you check pi is, it is a omega t. So from this time is pi by omega. Can we write? Okay. So conduction time of diode D is equal to what? Pi by omega. Right? Next, what is the PIV rating? PIV rating means what? PIV rating is nothing but, PIV stands for peak inverse voltage. Okay, peak inverse voltage of diode. Okay, so if you check the diode VD waveform, okay, you will understand, right? It is a peak inverse voltage, means maximum value of the inverse voltage that will be appearing across the diode. Okay, so what is the maximum value of the inverse voltage across the diode? So the inverse is nothing but the reverse. Okay, maximum value of the reverse voltage is V max. Okay, so maximum value of the supply voltage, V max. Okay, so please be careful. Here we need to write only Vm, not the V minus Vm. Are you getting the point? Here we need to write only V max, not the minus V max. Be careful, because in the term itself they have used the word inverse. Okay, so inverse means what? It is expected that the maximum reverse voltage only. Okay, so no need to write the minus value here. Okay, they have asked the questions, they will give you the circuit and they will ask the maximum value of the the PIV rating of the diode is, and they will give the options like Vmax, minus Vmax also. So please try to understand, right? In the PIV rating, yes, here we need to put only the magnitude of the inverse voltage, right? So magnitude of the inverse reverse voltage is Vmax. Okay, so it is a Vmax. Next, so we have written conduction time, PIV rating of diode. Okay, next, the input power factor or the supply power factor. Input power factor, or we can say supply power factor. Supply power factor. Okay, so input power factor or supply power factor means what? The, yes, angle between Vs and the Is. Vs and the Is. If you check, Vs is sinusoidal, Is is also from 0 to pi, it is a sinusoidal. Okay, so here if you check the circuit operation, if you check the circuit operation, can we say that when switch is in the on state, when switch is in the on state, okay, so whatever the power supplied by the source, the which is equal to the power consumed by the load. Okay, because in the circuit we are having only supply and the load. Apart from these two we are having the ideal diode. What is the power consumed by the ideal diode? It is equal to 0. Ideal diode never consumes the power. Okay, so whatever the power supplied by the source is equal to power consumed by the load. Okay, when the diode is in the off state, what is the power supplied by the source? It is a 0. And what is the power consumed by the load? It is also 0. Okay, so can we write, yes, P in, that is the input power, is equal to P out. P in is equal to P out. Okay, what is the P in? That is input power, is equal to, input is AC, so please be careful, is equal to Vs into Is into cos phi s. Vs is the RMS value. This is the AC, na? Input is AC, right? So it is a Vs into Is into cos phi s. Vs is supply voltage RMS value. Is is supply current RMS value. Cos phi s is cosine of the angle between Vs and Is, right? So here cos phi s indicates the input power factor or the supply power factor, which is equal to what? P out. P out is P0 average, right? So now from this, can we write it as Vs into Is, or we can write cos phi s is equal to P0 average. Just now we have derived the expression. What is the P0 average? It is a V0 RMS into I0 RMS, right? Divided by what? Vs into Is. Vs into Is. Okay, so I0 RMS is the RMS value of the I0. So I0 we are having this waveform. Is is the RMS value of the supply current. We are having the supply current waveform is this one. So here the waveform of the I0 and Is both are same. So can we say that I0 RMS and RMS value of the supply current, that is the Is, both are same? Yes. So I0 RMS and Is both will get cancelled. Are you getting the point? Okay, so from this we can write cos phi s is equal to V0 RMS by Vs. Therefore input power factor is equal to cos phi s. IPF means input power factor, is equal to cos phi s is equal to what? V0 RMS upon Vs. Are you getting the point? V0 RMS by Vs. Okay, further you can replace Vs with Vm into root 2 because the input is sinusoidal. Yes, so for sinusoidal RMS value is equal to Vm by root 2. So you can replace Vs with Vm by root 2. You can replace V0 RMS. We have derived V0 RMS is Vm by 2. And from this you can find the power factor. Okay, always keep in mind, in the case of rectifier, the power factor is always lagging. Okay, whatever you will be getting after putting the values, that power factor will be lagging only. Okay, so this is about the derivations of single phase half wave uncontrolled rectifier with purely resistive load. In the next video we are going to discuss the same circuitry, but the load we are going to change from resistive load to the RL load. Thank you.